In this installment, we're going to be going over the NBA bets for Tuesday, March 18th. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Chef D, and I'm here to bring you the winning ingredients for our March 18th NBA slate we got going on. But before we deep dive into that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MetsNetChefD. Don't forget about that TikTok at Chef_D91. And don't forget about that Patreon. Right now at the homepage of the YouTube channel, currently at 9.63 thousand subscribers. This is the road to 10K, and we're well on our way because you guys are showing up each and every single day. If you are subscribed, continue to like and comment. That helps the YouTube algorithm so we can grow to a much broader audience. All right, now for Monday's video, Monday's video needed some rest there. All right, day in and day out, work and YouTube back and forth here, got a little bit tired. But if you still came through with the Patreon here, we still had a decent day, almost had an absolutely great day. We had the Brooklyn Nets plus 6.5 and the Thunder on the money line that came through. We had the 76ers to cover. I remember in the previous video I told you that did not make sense at all. And then for our main parlay plus 1,000, we had everything, all right, except for the Cavaliers. Cavaliers were up 7 to 8 points. I think it was 8 points in that fourth quarter, early in that fourth quarter, and then literally crumbled. All right, they gave it all away there. They would have easily covered if they continue to apply pressure here against a team that doesn't shoot threes. And they faltered and messed up that parlay. But here, that was just one of the ones that could have been huge, but did not cash. That's all right. We bounced back today as well. All right. So if you want to sign up for the Patreon and get connected to the community that we're growing, click on the link provided down below. You're getting access to daily bets, future bets, and access to that group chat that goes up 24/7. I'm so excited to announce I have partnered with BetStamp and Sign Up Expert to provide you guys with an easier way to sign up with any sportsbook in your area. If you go to the link in the description down below, you will be directed to this page you see here. It automatically displays all available sportsbooks in your area plus their current promotions. For example, you could take the plays given in this video and apply it to any other sportsbooks you don't currently have and reap the rewards. Now let's get into the slate. In Spectrum Center here, we have the Charlotte Hornets 17-50 going against the Atlanta Hawks 32-36. Looking at the current odds for this matchup here, we have the Hawks as road favorites -250 with the comeback of the Hornets at a +200. Point spread at a 6.5. Total points at 236.5. Looking at the injury report here for both of these teams, starting off with the Atlanta Hawks. As soon as this loads up, Trae Young is a game time decision. Clint Capella is out. Caris LeVert is out. Keaton Wallace is a game time decision, and Larry Nance is out. So some two big outs there, starting center and their sixth man in Caris LeVert. Trae Young, we're waiting on news about him. For the Charlotte Hornets, they are completely healthy. LaMelo Ball, cast and crew. And looking at the last 5 games here, both of these teams are playing this around about the same. All right, 3 out of the last 5 have both been wins for both teams. We had some basically okay wins. They won against the Pacers. They beat up on Philly, and they beat Charlotte a couple of days ago. And then they lost against the Brooklyn and the Clippers. So the Atlanta Hawks are very up and down here. Charlotte Hornets been playing a little bit better basketball. Beat Brooklyn, beat Miami, lost to Atlanta, and then beat San Antonio. Got blown out by Clippers. All right. So these two teams here, currently constructed, are more even than what you expect. Also, looking at the season series here, the Charlotte Hornets have lost to the Atlanta Hawks 3 times in a row this year. So that's a major cause of concern and major revenge here on the side of the Hornets. First game was Hawks. Hornets covered, and then it went over 226.5. The second game, Hawks won, Hornets covered, and then it went under 223.5. And then in the third game, Hawks won, Hawks covered, and it went under 241.5. So this total here is adjusted to 236, which is still very high between these two teams. If we're looking at the last 5 games, they've only gone over this total once. in the last 5 games here. You expect opposite here, but it's a little bit more tightly contested, not no huge up and down blow up spot. We're not really looking at 240 points here, though, but it only happened once in the last 5 games. I like the under in this game. That's how the Hornets are going to have an opportunity to slow down the Hawks, and they're at home, so that's going to be to their advantage here. And they're going to have to come up with a game plan since they already seen this team 3 times. All right, this play is going to be clearly on the Hornets. Give me the Hornets plus 6.5, and give me the under on the total 236.5. In TD Garden here, we have the Boston Celtics 49-19 going against the Brooklyn Nets 23-45. Looking at the current odds for this matchup here, Celtics big home favorites minus 900 with the comeback of the Nets at a plus 575. Point spread at a 13.5. Total points at 218.5. Looking at the injury report here for both of these teams, kicking things off with the Brooklyn Nets, we have Cam Thomas now out for the year. That's a horrible loss there. This is one of the best scorers here for the Brooklyn Nets, and just score alone in the league, he's top tier. All right, the way he can score and put up points in bunches is really an asset here for the Brooklyn Nets, but they're going to be without him yet again. He's been out for the majority of this season as well, and they've been leaning on Cam Johnson. So it's going to be Cam Johnson here for the Brooklyn Nets. Noah Clowney is a game time decision, and Zaire Williams is a game time decision. Boston Celtics here, Jaylen Brown is out, and Jason Tatum is a game time decision. Okay, so there, as you can see, Celtics are giving rest to some players here and there. Looking at these two teams right now, Brooklyn Nets are struggling, losing 3 out of the last 5 games. Celtics opposite, winning 4 out of the last 5 games. They already played 3 times already this season. 2 of the games were close. 1 game was a blowout. So that first one was Celtics win. Nets covered the 13.5. So we have the same exact line here as the game as the first game of the year. All right, and that went towards the Celtics, but the Nets covered, and that was under. Celtics won, covered the 10.5, and then went over to 19.5. And then in the recent matchup a couple days ago, Celtics won on the road, Nets covered the 11.5, and it went over 206.5. All right, so it seems like every time the Nets covered, that it went under. All right, I think the opposite is going to happen here. I don't think that the Nets will cover in this game. That's a big loss here with Cam Thomas for the Brooklyn Nets, and Celtics at home. I think they'll get a little redemption against the team they faced 2 days ago. All right, so completely opposite. This is going to be a complete sweep. Celtics money line, Celtics cover, and give me the over 218.5. Love those plays there. In Chase Center here, we have the Golden State Warriors 39-28 going against the Milwaukee Bucks 38-29. Looking at the current odds for this matchup here, Warriors are home favorites here with the comeback of the Bucks at a plus 125. Point spread at a 3.5. Total points at 233.5. Looking at the injury report for both of these teams, we have a lot of questionables here for the Milwaukee Bucks. Damian Lillard's a game time decision. Giannis is a game time decision. Gary Trent Jr. is a game time decision. Jericho Sims is out and Bobby Portis is out. The only out for Golden State Warriors will be Brandon Potts. All right, so for these two teams, they've already only met once this year early in February. That was a 14-point win by the Golden State Warriors in another high-scoring environment. As you can see, that was 236 points. The total here is at 233.5. Both of these teams are red hot. Well, no. I'm lying about that one. Milwaukee Bucks are struggling mightily. All right, they've only beaten the Lakers and the Indiana Pacers. They've lost 3 out of their last 5 games. Major concern there. They're very up and down. When you talk, they're similar to the Knicks when they face top tier talent or better teams here. They tend to falter, especially when it comes down to that fourth quarter moment. They might start out strong, and then they falter off in that second half a lot of the times. All right, so with this one here, that first game, that was a Warriors cover. Warriors win in the over 231.5. If we're looking at the previous 5 games, you can imagine that these two teams are going to continue to put up high totals. They've gone over this current total of 233.5 in 1, 2, 3, 4 out of the last 5 games. Okay, so I love the over in this particular environment. Do take with a grain of salt here. The Warriors with no rest against the spread, they're 5-10. Now, majority of the season here, that was without Jimmy Butler, and this was a very middling Golden State Warriors team. So you got to take that with a grain of salt. All right, that is not 100% accurate with that one at all. Just because with the switch for the Golden State Warriors, this team with Jimmy Butler is 14-1 currently, so they're on fire. All right, so I'm gonna have to continue to go to the well with the Golden State Warriors continue this win streak that is currently should be 8 games. Yes, they're on a 7-game winning streak now. We'll see what happens against Denver. But this one here, hopefully they can keep that rolling. We're going to go Warriors on the money line, over on the total 233.5. Let's move on to the next. Last but not least here in Intuit Dome here, we have the LA Clippers 38-10 going against the Cleveland Cavaliers 56-11. Looking at the current odds for this game here, we have the Cavaliers as road favorites, -150 with the comeback of the Clippers at a +125. Point spread at a 3.5. Total at 230.5. Public bet percentage here, 86% of the bets, 92% of the money all over Cleveland. Point spread, 72% of the bets and money towards Cleveland to cover. And for the total points here, 67% of the money, 67% of the bets towards the over, but 52% of the money towards the over 230. So sharps are on the side of the under in this particular matchup between these two teams. Looking at the injury report here, Cleveland Cavaliers, we're waiting on Evan Mobley. He's a game time decision. And for the LA Clippers, Jordan Miller's out. Seth Lundy is out as well. Positive note here for the Clippers, they're fully healthy. All right, we have Norman Powell, we have Kawhi Leonard and James Harden all healthy to go along with Bogdan Bogdanovic. So with the Clippers all healthy, this is a very dangerous team, and that's why they won 4 out of the last 5 games, very similarly to the Cavaliers. But they just had a very uncharacteristic game there against the Orlando, where it would ended the 16-game winning streak. And as you can see, the public went right back to the Cavaliers in this particular spot. All right, that's why you see the majority of the bets on the money line and for the point spread all over Cleveland. I think that's a little bit too hasty here. We have 2 teams that are coming up. Well, one team coming off a loss here. How are they affected after a very long win streak and now getting a loss to the Orlando Magic, who they should have won. They had that lead in the fourth quarter by 7 to 8 points. Gave that away here. Clippers with some momentum and fully healthy. I think the value is going to be on the side of the Clippers in this point spread at home. Okay, I believe their home record is really strong, 23-10. So this is a different team when they play at Intuit Dome as well. So give me the points with the Clippers. Obviously, I would like a little bit more here, but I'm feeling confident in the fully healthy Clippers team to keep it competitive with this Cavaliers team. And I think it's going to be tightly contested, and I like the points. So Clippers +3.5 and give me the over 230.5. That's going to be our selections for the slate on Tuesday, the 18th. Let me know in the comment section down below if you agree or disagree. We can definitely debate about that down below. If you guys want to sign up for the Patreon and continue to get winning plays, enjoying this community that we're building right now, click on that description section. You're getting full access to daily bets, future bets, and access to that group chat that goes off 24/7. This is your boy Chef D. I'll be back very soon, and peace out.